Okay, so I know I haven't done a video in a little while, and I'm working on a whole bunch of content, but it's been a crazy couple months. um, my 3 printers here in my art studio are busy printing. This brown shelf actually has been proven more popular than I thought it was going to be. This one was actually one of the few products I didn't totally design. I modified it. I added some more shelves in it and everything. But it's a Creative Commons attribution license type object that I modified. I added some keyhole for hanging, and it actually, that's the one, that was my first one I printed. That's mine. It's on the wall so you can see it fits the Miniverse things really nicely, and it's actually been proving to be very popular. Brown has actually been proving to be a more popular color than I expected it to be. In fact, I just had to order some more brown today. Simon, which I finally got my little cubits up to for them, so that's Simon. This one's Wash. And then, of course, Anara is down here on the high because she's the fancy one, being color. And I reorganized my shelves a little bit. When I first was getting the high, I wasn't sure if I was going to be putting the CFS next to it, or I was going to put the CFS up here on this shelf. So I had moved these 2 printers much closer together, trying to make room on the end of this shelf, and I ended up not liking that setup and decided to keep the CFS next to the high. So I removed and repositioned this back over, so it gives me a nice little space here for my tools, for my scrap bucket and all that kind of good stuff. I also finally did a couple more logo plaques so I can have one behind each printer, so when I film it actually gives me a little bit of branding. I'm working on getting this content creating thing figured out. I also did that little guy for my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm working on some things. And these are the mounts that I made up real quick to put onto the printers. I actually have ones printed here for my older printers, which are not set up right now because I'm getting ready to put in flooring in what's going to be my print farm room across the hallway. I actually have a whole pallet of this vinyl plank flooring in the garage that I've been slowly redoing all my floors in my house. Way slower than I actually planned to do, but it's coming along. This is printing another set of my window boxes. These are for the Honeydukes window display. I have a top and bottom box, both with storage, and then it has the window frame in the center. And that's that one. This one down here is actually printing another Creative Commons object that I think I'm going to modify and turn into a little key cart for the Umbridge key set. But it's printing so I can see how it goes together, see if I like it, see how I want to modify it, etc., etc. It's a little round key cart, or not. It's actually designed to just be a dresser, but I'm going to turn it into a little tea table, I think. And my high is down there busily printing I finally got around to printing a waste bucket for it properly the other day. I even used fuzzy skin for the first time, which I really like the way it came out. I just did that just to see it because I never used fuzzy skin. So yeah, my little waste bucket there is working great. My high has been printing busily. My white is getting low. I'm probably going to change that spool here in a few minutes. I reorganized the shelves a little bit so I could have a place to put some of the pre-done inventory that I have back there. I don't have that lot. And this one was a misprint that I used for holding some of my smaller pieces in. I'm still primarily offering my products in the 4 colors: teal, green, white, black, and the brown. So that's pretty much what I'm stocking. I have more black and white coming, and I just had to order some more of the brown today too, because I've got a lot of teal now. I've got a good stock of teal, but I'm running low on the other colors. So yeah, that's it's working out pretty well. I did have 2 problems on these printers this week, actually. This one, I had a problem. I had a spaghetti pile like crazy 2 nights ago, which I did a live on it, so it's in the video feed if you want to see it. I didn't think to record fixing it until after the fact. I'm trying to get my head around the whole idea of creating content and remembering to actually film stuff. I tend to think of it when I'm putting things back together or when it's kind of late. Simon this morning had a clog in his nozzle that took me a little bit to clear out, but I got that cleared out this morning. Again, didn't think of filming it until afterwards. Content creation is like this whole other mindset I'm learning. So I'm working on it. I'm working on trying to get better at it. I broke down a whole bunch of my cardboard spools for recycling, so that's getting ready to recycle. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with all these plastic spools, though. If anyone has any suggestions on how I can use those, that'd be great. I am also collecting some of my scraps in colors and grouping them by colors because I've got an idea for doing something with them that I'm going to see if this works. If it does, I won't mind the poop as much or the waste. We'll see if it works. So coming back over here on my desk for a minute, I just thought I'd give you a brief update on how the business is going. I've had 127 sales since I launched in January, which I'm pretty happy with. And I just added a misprints section so I could clear out some of the things that didn't print quite perfectly. This is the window frame that's printing right now. This is what's Simon's printing. He's printing the top and bottom boxes, and I just have to do the center part yet. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going business-wise. I've actually, since I launched in January, I've had 80 sales, 126 products, but 80 sales, and just over $3,500, which is not bad. That is gross, of course, not counting Etsy fees of about 11% and shipping and everything, but still, technically at this point I've made a profit, even paying for the printers, because I bought my 3 new printers, the 2 Ender 3 V3 Pluses and the High this first quarter. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way the business-wise is going, and I've got some new products in the works. Like I said, I started using some Creative Commons items just because I'm very slow when it comes to modeling. I mean, I've got several things that I'm working on here in Lightwave. This is a Potions Masters set that I'm working on, a Potions Closet set. If you remember in, I think it's Half-Blood Prince. I don't remember. No, it wasn't Half-Blood Prince. I can't remember which of the movies it was right now where you see his closet, Snape's closet with all the ingredients in it, and that's what I'm planning to create here. I'm creating it as kind of a book nook. So I'm still working on it. It's in progress. I've got a bunch of other things in progress. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this brief update. I'm going to try to do a bigger video. Probably next week. I just did my sales tax, and of course income taxes are coming due, so there's a bunch of stuff to get used to there and try to get done there. So yeah, it's going to take me a while. I registered 3dprintingdragonfly.com, so that now is an actual website that actually it actually goes to a page on my main blog, but I've got that set up now, so I'm pretty happy. It's pretty basic right now, but it gives all the required information and gives you links and mailing list that you can sign up for and all that kind of good stuff, and it shows all my videos here, and you know, and my blog posts. I gotta write more. I gotta create content a little bit more, period. I've got to get better at that. I'm working on it. It's just hard for me to stay consistent on things. I get distracted too easily. But anyway, so that is briefly what's going on, and I will do a better update probably, like I said, probably next week. So yeah, until then, everybody, have a great day, great weekend, and take care. Bye bye.